Hi everybody, it's Fernand with Jump Realty. It is August 18th and it's windy again. Where am I going to do these when the snow flies? I'm going to have to find somewhere inside. Okay people, let's see. So market's starting to normalize. Everybody's taking a breath. Summer, we're relaxed. And I think we're looking forward, people knowing there might be a fourth wave, concerned about what's going to happen with the schools. But it seems like people are just less panicked. We know a little bit more what to expect. And I'd like to remind everybody that COVID was a forced shutdown of the economy. So as we reopen these steps that everybody has opinions on, they are controlled by the government. They're put in place by us. This wasn't some organic episode that happened. And so as we come out, people now know what to expect a little bit more. And I think that's got everybody a little teensy bit less panicked than last fall, right? So there's that. We're starting to normalize. We'll see more inventory again, as we've been talking about, those little bitty steps have been happening. There have been a lot of inventory blown through this year, and so we might see a little bit of a slowdown. Pardon me. So there's that. That's what's happening in the markets, like, as we speak. But I want to talk to you about this. It's kind of a twofold thing. I'm hearing a lot of out-of-town buyers, out-of-town buyers, out-of-town buyers. Out-of-town buyers aren't always just investors. A lot of times out-of-town buyers are people who want to make a different life for themselves. And Windsor can afford them that life. And that's going to change what Windsor looks like over the next 5 or 10 years. The bridge, with the Gordie Howe Bridge coming in, and I think Windsor's kind of going to be the Florida of Canada, where we are going to be a destination for people who are retiring because they can get more for their buck. And to keep in mind that the boomers who are about to retire in the next 5 to 10 years are the largest segment of retirees, I believe, in history. That's the largest segment of the population retiring at this time. And they're active retirees. These are not people who are going to be in an independent living home. These are people who are biking and paddling and want to be part of their community and want to be of service to their community and bring money. And I think you're going to see Windsor becoming much more service orientated to these boomers. Which brings me to this point. When you're selling your house, you have a vote in what your community looks like. And I know at the end of the day that everybody always wants to get, obviously, the highest amount for your house. But just think about this. If it's a minimal difference that you can handle, choose a family. That's how you vote in your community. Recently, the person across the street from my mom sold, and he sold to a young family. And literally all the neighbors were like, thank you, because this is where we live. I did a lovely open house this weekend on 480 Beaumier, and we had 3 of the neighbors walk in, and we were joking. I go, don't worry, we're going to get you good neighbors. And they talked about how important that was in the community and what people were like on the street. And so when you go to sell, there's a lot of factors. It's not just money. It can be conditions. It can be length of time. It can be who do you want in your community. Yes, you're selling and you're leaving, but this is your city. So you do have a say. They're not closing the 401. These people are coming. But you don't always have to sell to an investor who's just going to rent it back. You have some choices there. Obviously, take the most money. But if there's an option, consider voting for your community. Okay? And that brings me to my next thing. Buyers. It's like dating. Okay? So you see the pictures. It looks good. You go on a date. That's the first showing. It may not be exactly what the pictures look like, but maybe you go on a second date. Give them a chance. Or her a chance. Got a wish list of what you want in your partner or your house. You're gonna have to make compromises, right? Also remember your wish list. If you're looking at somebody who hates animals and won't pet your cat and you love animals, you need to let that go and move on. Similar being with the house. If you don't want a project, don't look at houses that need projects. If you want something that's done, then look at something that's done. So know what your must-haves are, and also know that once you fall in love and you move in and you buy the house, there's going to be stuff that just comes up. He's going to have habits you didn't know would irritate you this much. And there's going to be things that you didn't know you would love so much. And that's what happens with houses. No house is going to be perfect. It's not going to, nothing's never going to happen again. Houses are maintenance. Relationships are maintenance. Things are going to come up that you did not expect that are going to drive you crazy. Something's going to happen that you did not expect and you're going to fall in love with. You are going to know, all of a sudden, I like porches. I like sitting on my front porch, and it's miraculous. And so relationships are work, relationships are maintenance, houses are maintenance, houses are relationships. When you're looking for that house, look at the pictures, go on lots of dates, book lots of showings, know what your must-haves are, know what your limitations are, know what you can afford, know that you don't want somebody in Toronto if you're living in Windsor, right? That's my analogy for today. Home searching and buying a house is like dating. Okay, everybody? Anyways, that's it for this Wednesday. I have a really special guest on Friday for France 4 on Fridays, and we'll have to tune in to see what it is, because it's a trade I had not thought of till recently. Shocker. See you guys on Friday. Bye.